Dear brothers and sisters in Christ, this Sunday's Gospel reading is from Luke 8:41-56, where we witness two powerful miracles. Jesus heals a woman suffering for many years and brings Jairus' daughter back to life. These miracles show us the boundless compassion and power of Christ, calling us to faith even in the face of hopeless situations. Let us reflect on these miraculous acts and what they mean for our lives today. Luke 8:41-56, the healing of the woman with the flow of blood and the raising of Jairus' daughter. And there came a man named Jairus, who was a ruler of the synagogue. And falling at Jesus' feet, he implored him to come to his house, for he had an only daughter, about 12 years of age, and she was dying. As Jesus went, the people pressed around him. And there was a woman who had a discharge of blood for 12 years. And though she had spent all her living on physicians, she could not be healed by anyone. She came up behind him and touched the fringe of his garment, and immediately her discharge of blood ceased. And Jesus said, "Who was it that touched me?" When all denied it, Peter said, "Master, the crowd surround you and are pressing in on you." But Jesus said, "Someone touched me, for I perceive that power has gone out from me." And when the woman saw that she was not hidden, she came trembling, and falling down before him, declared in the presence of all the people why she had touched him, and how she had been immediately healed. And he said to her, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace." While he was still speaking, someone from the ruler's house came and said, "Your daughter is dead. Do not trouble the teacher anymore." But Jesus, on hearing this, answered him, "Do not fear, only believe, and she will be well." And when he came to the house, he allowed no one to enter with him, except Peter and John and James, and the father and mother of the child, and all were weeping and mourning for her. But he said, "Do not weep, for she is not dead, but sleeping." And they laughed at him, knowing that she was dead. But taking her by the hand, he called, saying, "Child, arise." And her spirit returned, and she got up at once. And he directed that something should be given her to eat. And her parents were amazed, but he charged them to tell no one what had happened. This gospel reveals the unshakable power of faith and the limitless mercy of Christ. Both the woman and Jairus came to Jesus in desperate situations, one suffering in silence for 12 years, and the other facing the death of his only child. Yet both believed that Jesus had the power to heal and restore life. For the woman, simply touching the hem of Christ's garment was enough for her healing. Her faith was so strong that even in a crowded space, Christ felt the touch of her faith and responded to it. Jesus said to her, "Your faith has made you well. Go in peace." This is a reminder that our faith, no matter how small or hidden, has the power to bring healing and peace into our lives. When Jairus was told that his daughter had died, Jesus spoke words of comfort and faith. "Do not fear, only believe." Even in the face of death, Jesus calls us to trust in his power over all things. He enters the home, takes the girl by the hand, and speaks the simple but powerful words, "Child, arise." This shows us that Christ is the Lord of life and death, and nothing is beyond his power. In our modern world, where many struggle with doubt, illness, or loss, this gospel offers hope. Christ sees our suffering, hears our prayers, and responds to our faith. As Orthodox Christians, living among those who may not share our beliefs, we are called to witness to the living power of Christ by trusting him in all things, especially in our darkest moments.